All right, we here early this morning, super early before everybody else is going to get here. That way I can go ahead and start from right here all the way up, start clearing all this, getting it completely cleaned up, start ripping up and chainsawing stuff. So right when I left, they must have had a lot of rain, so it's still pretty wet right in here. But that's good for us, because that way we can go ahead and not get dust slung everywhere early this morning. So but we're going to go ahead and start getting stuff chainsawed off the trees and getting it cleaned up, so that way it'll look good. That way when they start showing up, rolling in, then they can see it. Go ahead and get these fueled up and greased. I don't like to grease right off the rip when if it's barely warm. But I ain't gonna lie, I did check them out. Some of those guys are sketchy. I did check them out. I ain't gonna lie, I did check them out. All right, so this is the first time that I was able to wrap up a pretty good amount of barbed wire. It's nice and wonderful with these bite limiters. I got it freed up, so there's a couple massive stumps over there, so I'm gonna run over there and just kind of see if I can't pull this back enough to where I can use a pry bar to kind of knock it down. Hopefully it didn't break my belt. So but it took me probably two and a half, because it was literally these big these little pieces right here. I mean, you can see how thick that is. I mean, that was hard. So I used air, these right here, some of the spots you can get, and then just use some of these, and then just to pry it out. Sometimes you can get up underneath them, and I broke a bunch of them that was real tight right in here. So Luckily you can get in there with a die grinder at an angle, at least cut half of them. So, and they're very sharp. So I don't usually wear gloves, but this time I did, because that stuff jabs you right in here, the bottom of the hands. But anyway, wasted a lot of time, which that's just how it goes. So you just got to keep on going. The way I put it in time wise, whatever it takes me to get done, that's just what it takes, because they didn't know it was a fence in here. I didn't know it was a fence until I wadded up a hole, I guess, where a tree broke, and then they cleaned it up and hit it. So yep, just a little bit of issue, no problem. All right, so once I got out a while ago, I was something falling. You can hear something. I don't think the bearing's going down, but I don't know if something's stuck in that side, but it's making a racket. That'd be something else to fix if something else goes down, as usual. But these hardwoods is absolutely kicking this mulcher. But it's doing good. It's still doing good. It's just everything's lumpy, and it's uneven, and it's kind of literally goes straight down. So we're at the top, and it literally just goes straight down, and then it gets steeper up there, and it's steep right here. So I just went in there with a mulcher and just kind of went around all over the place and just kind of got what I could get, and some of it's just kind of out of sight, but as well as it's against something where I can't get down in there and clean it up. Like right there, there's a lot of chunks, but I think I was hitting a lot of dirt mounds or something like that, but it's because I got down in here, and then down there where I raked up with the excavator, it was piled up, so I'm gonna have to go over there and smack it around. But it's gotta rain, because all I'm mulching is dirt. So you got dirt, and then you got mostly dirt, and then you got the chunks. So all I'm doing is mulching dirt. So, and then I got to get in between there. May have to have that big excavator over there to come over here and knock this down or push it around a little bit, see if I can't make something happen. But I got some here and there stuff to hit, like right here. All this stuff gets pushed down in that powder, but see, you just got bits and pieces, but I can't see when I'm back dragging or mulching, because it's all dust. So right here where it's all piled up, I can't get in there and mulch it up, make it look good. And all that, when I started pushing it downhill. So but it's looking pretty good, so pretty good by myself. If that was cleaned up, I think it'd look 10 times better once I got in here and kind of back drag a time or two. But I'm gonna get all them laid over chunks down in the bottom, and then take these little sprigglies. I think they said something about me mulching over here, so they're supposed to be building a bridge, and then probably come over and start mulching that, So we'll see how that goes. All right, so it is 6:30-ish. Yeah, 6:30. What I did was I took the excavator back down there and refinagled some of the piles. So was able to get in a few more spots to kind of really open it up. We got some storms coming tonight or in the morning. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so Saturday and Sunday. So I definitely need some rain. So we'll be here tomorrow. I'm not working any Sundays because the last 3 Sundays I've literally had stuff to break. Or last 3 or 2. But anyway, so I had to refinagle some of these piles and kind of throw them back out. But it's just so dusty I can't see, and I'm afraid to back off in that ravine, and I really need to get this cleaned up to where it looks really, really good. So maybe that rain, it's pretty windy. So man, it looks nice. This is what I've dreamed of, just to be able to have this stuff. But it could change in an instant. But anyway, so we're definitely going to take this out, cut it, and throw it back down in there. There's a few of them down at the edge that I'd like to get. You kind of see some of them. But it's starting to look really good. So I think you can't just use it for a couple hours and call it a full day's worth. I think I'm about a day and a half with each machine, because I've been trying to do 10-hour shifts or 10-hour days with them, so that way I could get a bunch done, but also the most efficient way. So all right, so it was supposed to start raining around 9, but it hasn't. I got the ripper finally. I don't know why I didn't grab it the first day. Don't know, but I forgot that I had it. It's a piece of metal. But I got the ripper. It said it's supposed to start raining around 9. It hasn't yet. Or it hasn't got to that. It's just cloudy, so we're gonna go ahead. My thing is now, hopefully, because it's supposed to rain, but I think it's still dry, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the fence out from that tree all the way down. That way I can go ahead and start ripping up what I got down there and just kind of mulch what I can. The bigger stuff right there, like that big tree, I can get down in there, at least knock it down. But I definitely want to start ripping up this front side right here, so that way I can go in there with a bucket and rip up the rest of the stuff. That way I can be more efficient. All right, so it decided to start raining since I got here late this morning. Slept in. It's a Saturday, but I'm the only one here. Got water everywhere. But we definitely need it. But I'm just going to go ahead and start ripping up all this stuff, cutting out the fence, just kind of putting in extra half a day with the excavator. That way when I come in Monday, all I gotta do is just start mulching everything up and stuff like that. So I think that's when the big dogs will be here. So this gives me plenty to go in there and rip it out what I can off the edges, and then the rest of it can be mulched up. So, and I may go ahead and start mulch that right there. That way I can start bringing up material, throwing it right here to mulch. So we'll get some time in with something. So we just got to figure out what best route, the most efficient way. So let's get to it. Well, it decided to rain, so it's making it sticky. So you can see the difference, wet and then dry. So all I did was come in and rip out everything on this side right here. A couple hours Monday morning, we should be able to get all this chewed up, back drug, and just keep on pushing down that way. So we got chunks here and there, but it started getting wet, sticking to the door, so we'll just have to deal with that Monday. So we did pretty good bit. We got 2.5 days in with the machines. All right, we're back here on a Monday morning, looking pretty good. There was like 2 hawks flying around over here, so I forgot how much I done Saturday, but we're gonna go ahead and try to rip all this stuff up, bring it up here and mulch it up. We had a lot of rain because I drove down there and there's a bunch of water in the dips. I don't know if you can see that up there, but it's pretty wet. So we're gonna go ahead and let these machines warm up and get everything out of the way. Still picking up pieces of metal, but get everything greased. Well, this right here will tell you how much water we got. Stuff sitting right up in it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get back at it and get everything greased and checked out, and then get everything remulched up again, everything chopped up. Anything low hanging, just go ahead and cut it back and mulch it up. All right, so we got a lot of this pushed. I did see some barbed wire right over here in between these 2 trees. I stopped, but I seen some right there, but the way it looks like the barbed wire goes up that way, so I'm not really sure if it's just kind of back and forth. But there's a lot of material on this back side, but I know I cannot get my machines. I can get them down there, but I don't know about getting them back up. So I may just have to go down there and hand cut everything and make it look good. But I got out because when you start pushing stuff, you get a lot of mulch and it'll lay them off on the edges. See right here in the little dips, stuff's fell off. But of course I'm gonna be able to get down in there and kind of clean up what I can and take the excavator and come in and rip it up, and then bring out the bigger material, mulch it up somewhere else. So I did see there's a culvert, and there is some somewhere, there's some center blocks somewhere. I think it's down on that little lower side over there. But I did find some like garbage down in there, I guess where people's dump stuff off, and right here there's a bunch of stuff laid off, so I'll have to take the excavator and flake it out a little bit. But this is what we got so far. We're still pushing pretty good. Just got out to clean this stuff up, and then that way if somebody decided to drive down here, they wouldn't run over and bust their tire. So looking a little better. Once I get in here and fine-tune everything, rip everything else up, it'll look a lot better. But I think once I get all this right here cleaned up, it'll start really opening up pretty good bit. But get all this lower hanging stuff, it'll really make it look better.